Hmm. Hello. Hello and welcome to the All Around Natural Beauty RN channel, where I'm passionate about helping victims of all ages, all genders, overcome the fear of facing the abuse to become survivors. We started this journey, with a lot of energy, excited about getting justice for Shanquella Robison. And y'all see the title of the video here. U.S. authorities will not pursue charges in the death of Shanquella Robinson. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I was not expecting. I feel like I just got the wind knocked out of me. I'm in shock. That was the last thing that I was expecting. I came on the live last night. I was not, I wasn't thinking there was anything come back for tonight. And then I see this headline and I'm floored. I'm just, what? So we're gonna watch the videos. There's some reading. We're gonna read the report and watch the video where I haven't seen it yet, but apparently they made a decision, and we're going to watch the video with them telling this horrible news to the mother of Shanquella Robinson, that there's not enough evidence. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on this. This is almost like unbelievable. I feel like, we was getting, I don't know. Wow. I don't know what to say. I see y'all coming in here too. Let's see what y'all. All right. Thank you so much, Janet Jenkins, a new member. I appreciate you, and especially this comes at this moment where, like, I don't know what do we do from here. This is a big smack in the face to, women all over, all around, all around. What's up, sweet Capricorn? What's up? JP6, how is his take the votes away? I was thinking about that too, because I think last night I was mentioning something about, this Biden campaign and reason why nothing was, really being done. And then today they really put the icing on the cake to say, yeah, we ain't doing nothing. We don't support this here. We are in favor of these kind of things happening. And if they say that it's because of the bogus, the bogus statement, the bogus fake autopsy report that Mexico put out there, if they are saying that if this is the reason why, that they're going to believe an autopsy report from the Attorney General, I mean, I don't know. We're going to watch it together, y'all. So like I said, I didn't know anything about that. Apparently, this thing happened earlier today, and there was, a press conference, and they told the family, like, no, we ain't doing nothing. Y'all haven't proved anything. There's not enough proof is what they're saying. I agree with you on that vote thing. And like I was saying yesterday, I never saw myself being political, or, even I never wanted to do any of that kind of stuff. However, it really appears that, we're going to have to get political. You are absolutely right, JP6. So, we're going to, we're going to be talking about and really promoting people, making sure that you are registered to vote. We're going to be more assertive with this. We, we. I'm just in shock, y'all. I'm really in shock. I agree with you on that. Sweet Capricorn says all these theories on YouTube, all the discrepancies, I feel played a role in the decision. Yeah, I feel played a role. I think they're just using it as an excuse. They're using it as an excuse because if you stick to the math and science and the facts, the fact of the original death certificate, which stated the injuries in the beginning, they said severe spinal cord injury and a broken neck. And then they upgraded the word to atlas luxation. But they always stuck to those two injuries. And now this new crap with obvious reasons why we wouldn't believe this autopsy report is not from a physician, and everything that Mexico has been saying this whole time has been from the police. And if the FBI is saying that this is why they're not doing it because of this new found autopsy report, if they can't see that that's as phony as a $3 bill, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, y'all. Betty, hey Betty. Betty says, hello, beautiful RN, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? Yeah, so, like I said, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. I just feel like, is this a joke? Really? Did they say that? But it's y'all gonna see it's not gonna be a joke when I play the news report. And this is from, our news, ABC, CBS, that's jail. Stating that, the US ain't doing nothing. US is like, we out. Hey, Deanna, thank you so much for coming back here, and I appreciate all of the attention, and the stuff that happened. I don't know what to do now, y'all. This is was the last thing that I thought was going to happen. And it's so obvious. It's like, wow, y'all really letting it be known that, this whole thing is being manipulated by some powers that be. It's like, y'all just blatant with it, like, right? Y'all just right on out with it. Janet Jenkins says, hi, RN in chat, and justice for Shanquella. Yes, justice for Shanquella. I mean, like, now, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that maybe this has something to do with, that the votes are coming up and they're going to use this as a bargaining chip in some way or something. There has to be an explanation for this, because I don't get how this could happen. But again, I go back to the Rodney King situation back in the early 90s when, no one thought that, that those 5 police officers would get off with all of the video evidence that was there. Right? And we see here that, it is whatever they say it is here, right? Especially in this country. JP6 says, I have no faith in America justice system. I don't even have, I can't even say nothing to that. I feel you on that. Betty says, I'm so sad about this nonsense. Me too. I mean, I felt like I was really just starting to feel good about it. And my plan was to, I was chopping up the videos and stuff from the old lives. And, just to keep it out there, I was going to, make sure that I try and drop off as many as possible to keep the name out there, And I'm not even sure how I ended up seeing the post that, the US is like, nah, there's nothing here. Like they just big time gaslighting us, right? Yeah, there's nothing that's there. This doesn't prove anything. And this autopsy said there, there was some uh, hematomas and there was some post-mortem shock. Yeah, that's so, hey. Sweet Capricorn said, for those who vote, show your disappointment. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And for those who haven't voted, who haven't even registered to vote, we about to get, something needs to happen. We need to show out like we did when President Obama was running. That was the first time I had ever seen so many people, black people, in the lines to vote. It was a long line crowd. We need to make sure that the presence is going to be felt this election coming up too. We want somebody giving us justice, not silencing the horrible treatment that women are experiencing in this country. This don't make any sense. We need to stick together. Women from all around. This is an attack on women. An attack on women. Let's see here. Thank you so much, Sweet Capricorn. That's so true. And I thank all the men who's standing up for this too, this horrible treatment. Let's see. Alina say hi, everyone. Yes, Dina says, Ariane, you called it last night. Autopsy not right. Yeah. And that's why I'm feeling like, okay, I feel like, they watching this. I feel like the Truman Show. Anybody see that movie, The Truman Show? Jim Carrey played in it. And, it was like they had his life on his TV and they were organizing all of it. They were controlling all of it. And then he started to get suspicious and find out about it, right? And that's how I feel. I'm like, this is the Truman Show for real, for real. This doesn't make any sense. This is crazy. Yes, Deanna said, Ariane, you called it last night. Autopsy not right. So how can they prosecute on that? Because that wasn't an autopsy from last night. That was some baloney paperwork. That wasn't an official autopsy. It didn't even, it said conclusion. It did not say a cause of death. They gave us a word salad paper, y'all. Word salad. Sweet Capricorn said, when it's time for election, the VP begged for the votes, and she's silent as F right now. Yeah. Yeah, this here was a smack in the face, y'all. A smooth smack in the face. That's a bunch of crap, Betty Yellock says. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, like I said, I literally had just made a clip. I was getting ready because I wasn't going to come on tonight. I was like, I'll just put out one of these clips and that will be my way of showing support. I've offered the platform, people to come to gather and showing, we're keeping the name out there. Then I see, this headline, U.S. authorities will not. I'm like, I had to, what will not pursue charges in Shanquella Robison. So, I felt like, maybe I should, not maybe, but, I should come on. And then I was still having doubts with that too, thinking like, what is going on here? Why are they going through these measures to do this? What, is going on here, right? Why is this happening? Right? Why? JP6 says, punish them at the ballot. That's true. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I never wanted to be political. Like I always would say, politics and religion, stay away from that. But I don't know. I'm really leaning towards, being political here because this here, some political crapola that's happening here. Sweet Capricorn said, proving the point, Black women are the least protected. Yes, 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 yes. And that's like super, super sad to know. Super sad to know. And, you know, I wasn't, I guess I had my head in the sand, or I was, still asleep and, under this programming of, just as a Black woman, just kind of sacrifice yourself for the betterment of your family, you do for everybody and you last, right? But y'all know that I say that when you get on the airplane, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before you help anyone else out. And I really believe that we, as Black women and women in general, but especially Black women, because you are absolutely right, somebody has to be on top, somebody has to be on bottom, right? So we have to deal with reality and know that this is the perception that's out there. And what we need to do to be able to change that is to join together, right? Stop fighting amongst ourselves and stuff, and stop seeing one another as an enemy. That's why I say it's really women in general too, right? We need to all come together and stop it. Stop it. So we can be heard, right? But we turn our heads and let our sisters suffer abuse in silence, and no one says anything. We enable the men who do this and support them, right? No one is holding them accountable for this kind of stuff. Anyway, yes, it's so sad to know these things are true. Super sad. Betty says they said her neck was not broken. I heard. Yeah, I heard that too. And to that, I understand. Okay, so we can. Y'all want to watch the video? How you gonna tell me her neck wasn't broken? We saw her head get broken off of her body. How dare them say her neck wasn't broken? And I said I was gonna try to, just okay, but when I can't help but to feel outraged when we saw her get the neck broken. We saw her head dangling off her body. We saw her back, the vertebrae all jacked up and broken. We saw the severe spinal cord injury. And for them to say that her neck wasn't broken, yeah, I heard that too. So hopefully that's not what we're going to see when we watch this video or read through these articles. But I did hear that too, Betty. So I'm not going to be super surprised. Jody Blake says, I have no words. This is crap. I feel you on that. Y'all see, I'm just blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what to say. It was like I was not expecting this. Like I'm saying, like it feels like the Truman Show because it's comical to say something like that. Her neck wasn't broke. What are you talking about? Do I need to play the video again? Olivia Smith says she was wrong skin color. Period. I'm sick of it. Justice for Shanquella. Yeah. Yeah. JP6 says those who make peaceful revolutions impossible make violent revolutions inevitable. You're absolutely right. That is a profound statement there. Deanna says, no, it's because that's fake and she was embalmed and they are saying no neck injury. Okay, so when we go back to the beginning, her mama said she had a broken neck. Everybody was talking about the broken neck. We saw the broken neck. We saw the broken neck. We saw the broken neck. And that wouldn't have nothing to do if she was embalmed or not. The frame, that's your foundation, your skeletal frame. That is going to be broken up regardless. No kind of embalming is going to change that. That could be seen on an x-ray. They think we're stupid. JP6 says it's going to be World War III. Betty Yellock said, was the word femicide the problem? Because U.S. does not recognize that word. No, okay, yeah, we're going to play it. Let me read this Acts of Faith. Then we're going to play the videos and stuff. It wasn't about the word. They're saying that there's not enough evidence, that the autopsy didn't show a broken neck. And if they going by that bogus crap of paper that Sue Ann Robison presented, from the Attorney General, since when did lawyers start doing autopsies or have anything to do with an autopsy? Since when do the police report announce the cause of death? I can't believe they did this to this family. This is horrible. This is horrible. I'm thinking that this femicide does have something to do with it, and it's not because of the word. It's because of the protection that is being provided to this class by this current administration. Janet Jenkins says this came from the FBI field office in North Carolina. And they are saying that ignore what your eyes saw and believe us. It's straight up BS. Yes. So, exactly. So this here, they're trying to get us to believe in delusional thinking. How are we going to ignore what we saw and believe them? This here is so narcissistic. Thank you for your statement there. That's excellent. Doesn't make no sense. Lena says we need to see the United States autopsy. They see something. Yeah, this is horrible. Betty says the Cabo Devil 6 need to be sued. Yeah, this is horrible, y'all. This is horrible. Deanna says, and now Winter's audio has to be her. Winter's audio has to be her. Let's see here. JP6 says, punish their asses at the ballot boxes. Yes, I'm with you on that. Like I said, I'm going to be promoting and encouraging everybody to get registered to vote. It's amazing how so many people, want to say stuff, but, don't want to exercise their right to vote. It's a lot of us, and we need to come together, and yes, that's where we punish them at. It's going to be calls of actions nowadays. I'm going to be putting out calls of actions. Register to vote. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that some of these candidates are promoting or are, in favor of, because, could be a direct result of, how some of these, people getting off with stuff. And then we got to, think about how it's kind of already up in our faces here. Deanna says, "You look fantastic tonight, by the way." Thank you very much. I'm getting better with all these initiatives too. And that's what I'm saying too. We was just getting started. I was just getting ready to start fighting. Now they trying to, you know, deflate what we're doing over here and, just really insult us with the whole she didn't have no broken neck. Like we didn't just see her get her neck wrung and her head, kicked off and knocked off. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate that. Betty said, it's because she is, yes. Let's be real. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Carolina Number Child Media. Hey, what's going on? Said, thanks for covering the case. Love, you said the autopsy was bogus. I wish things would have turned out differently. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I'm not really sure like what our options are. I think they're trying to say, that still hope or, still could, I don't know. So we'll see a little bit more on there. But it felt like to me that once they saw that we were going to continue to fight back with all the lies by coming back with the truth, when they saw they couldn't do anything about that, they said, oh, well, we're not doing, we're not going to pursue it. Case closed. So I don't know what we do from now, but I appreciate your encouragement, Carolina Number Child Media. Deanna said, just right in our face. They don't care. Exactly. I mean, like, I'm like laughing here because I'm like, is this real? Is this real? But this must be how our ancestors felt, when, they were like, you can't go to the school or you can't, sit in the front, you got to get up and give up your seat in the bus. You were already there first, really. But I guess, they, I don't know. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm like, really? Is this real? Let's see here. Where's all the famous people at? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is something happening to where they put it out there, and this is, like in the beginning, when people were saying a certain thing, it was like when they wanted to change the narrative, they they put the stories out there, and a lot of YouTubers took it and ran with it, and some was like, oh no, these are lies, and didn't promote that. But it was like they're molding how people are, what the thoughts are. But the thing that we had to stand on is that we can always go back to what was said. At least that's what we thought we were doing. But then they showed us, right? Well, guess what? We're not going to do nothing about it. We're not going to do nothing about it. But somebody put out a good point. They said it was the local FBI. So, maybe Sue Ann is right. Maybe there's still time for us to continue to seek high-level diplomatic intervention here. I don't know. What y'all thinking here? Deanna said, first, it was because femicide. Then United States fall. Now, not enough evidence. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like they keep changing the goalposts, right? More narcissistic moves here. I don't think they ever plan to give any justice in this case. Until November. Yeah. Yes, I feel you on that. Click. Hey, Tamika. Tamika says, hello and blessings to all the beauties and beautifuls. Yeah, beauties. I don't know what we need to do here. Any suggestions? What do we do on this one? So, I'm going to get ready to show our video the one of the court, at them at the court. I haven't seen it, so it's going to be, when we're watching it together. Deanna says, and that was the thing to do. Collect best info when you backwards. Yeah, take it backwards. You're absolutely right. Yeah. I think we was just getting too hot for them. So it was like, nah, we got to shut it down. We got to shut it down. If they read this weak ass autopsy report one more again, oh, we go, if they keep going back to those old videos, keep saying, oh, but Geraldo, the Mexican reporter said this. Oh, but the people were saying that. Oh, remember y'all said this? Right? That's the good thing about the videos, because oftentimes when people are liars, it'll just be their word against yours. But when you can just say, wait a minute, press this play real quick. Remember that? You can do that, and then, you have them telling you that that's not what was, how you took that out of content. Right? That's what they tell you. Hey, Tamika. All right, vote asses out. I agree with you, JP6. Yes. Like I said, I wasn't trying to be political, but by golly, it's about time to, can't, like I said, over here, we don't do moments of silence. And for those of you who don't know me, welcome to the channel. I'm 52 years old. I'm here representing the Gen X people. I'm also the proud mother of 3 adult children, 2 XY chromosomes, and 1 XX. Have over 30 years of nursing experience. And I'm just a mature woman. And being the Gen X, we was here before the internet, before they could just show you new pictures and change your perception. That's why it's super important to read, right? And stick to the math and science, because you see how they're trying to switch up the reality here. This is the glitch in the matrix that they're trying to put out there. But we ain't gonna file for the banana in the tailpipe, right? Y'all with me? We ain't filing for no banana in the tailpipe. They trying to tell us that the girl's neck wasn't broken. We saw it. We saw the video. And that's why they was trying to stop people from playing the video and stuff. People going out there talking about, I don't want to see it and all that stuff. That's why I'm saying, y'all, sometimes, it's not pretty, but we got to keep watching this, because if we didn't keep watching this, when they say, oh, her neck wasn't broken, people will actually start to believe that and forget that you saw her head drop down to her chest. You saw her back break down in half. You saw it. JP6 says, Crime Bill Joe don't care about black people. Black people need to stick together. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do. How? How can black people stick together when we have so much discord in our own community? I'm not sure when, a month or so ago, there was Tyree Nichols' case where it was black dude who gets beat and killed by 5 black police officers. There was not a black woman within 50 miles of the incident. And they ended up blaming this on black women, the single black woman. I thought it was a joke. I didn't know. I didn't know that this was the talk that's going on out there. I didn't know that there's podcasts out there in this manosphere talking poorly and encouraging people, black men, to be violent towards black women. So if we have this opposition towards one another, JP6, how can black people come together? Anonymous Lee says the family needs street justice or bounty hunters to drop them in Tijuana. See if they make it back. Huh. All right. I'm just reading these comments. Betty says Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did not even step up because they don't. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And two funny thing. Yesterday I saw this one. It was the same reporter guy who the one black guy was on the show talking about. It was blaming black single mothers for Kyrie Nichols young man losing his life. Right. So then, Tucker something. Anyway, it was his show, and he was talking about the transgenders and the protection. Anyway, it was a lot of stuff out there, a lot of eye-opening things that maybe a lot of us, especially us middle-aged people, don't necessarily know about because it's so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable the things that's happening nowadays that people are, and they get to go to whatever bathroom, and I'm, I'm, I'm like, what? Is this really real? I feel like I'm waking up in this whole, altered reality. Like, is this real? Is this thing real? Yeah. Let's see. Deanna said, yes, RN. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Janet Jenkins says, and the United States didn't even give a cause of her demise. How? Why? As a nurse, I know know what the hell I saw and the damage to Shanquella's body. Point blank, period. Yes. Yes. Let me go on to bless this chat real quick with these answer page so we can, get started on these videos because, they may force me to put the video out there so we can see it again. We can see when the neck was broken because they tripping on this whole thing. This doesn't make any sense. And if we could see that that was a fake autopsy and that the police do not have the power or the authority to declare a cause of death, why would we believe what the police report said? And the one attorney in Mexico even said that the police reports are custom made. They're custom made. The U.S. authorities will not pursue charges in the death of Shanquella Robinson. That's what the internet said today. And it wasn't just the internet, it was the mainstream news that everybody, is waiting to hear from. They just spewed that out of their mouths and was on to the next story. On to the next story. They lights out. They turn the lights off on this. Y'all done. All right. So April 12th, Acts of Faith, book by Yana Van Zett, copywritten back in 1993, daily meditations for people of color. However, we all believe that it's a daily meditation for people, right? Because these wicked spirits come in both genders and all shapes and colors. All right, so April 12th. Rather than face how bad I truly felt about me, I stuffed myself with stuff, puffed myself up with false sense of power and importance. And that's a quote from Patty Austin. And Iana says, many people of color believe they are lacking something. We have been programmed to feel that way. We are taught we lack good looks. We are led to believe we lack intelligence. We are educated in a system that denies our history, culture, and tradition. How are we expected to feel complete? We are not. We are, however, expected to look good on the outside. We do. We dress up to hide our inner feelings of inadequacy. We are led to believe that if we have a home, a car, a few jewels, and nice clothes, we have enough to matter. It doesn't work. In order for people of color to thrive rather than survive, to flourish rather than make it, to stand tall rather than just stand up, we must individually and collectively get rid of the stuff and get to the core. What does it really feel like to be a person of color? I am in touch with my feelings about who I am. All right, so that was our acts of faith, and we appreciate that. And with that, we're gonna get on. How did I get so far? Ooh, y'all coming in here talking. Let me just get moved down a little bit here. Like I said, y'all see what this here title is. So we're gonna get with our first video. It's gonna be a quick one, and then we'll do the longer one. We'll do a short video. We'll read what the FBI is saying, and then we're gonna take the time to go through the court. All right. So let me share the screen here. And I had to, I did see this one here. There we go. All righty. Okay, so let's go over here, take off this mute.
More breaking news now at noon. Just in the newsroom, federal prosecutors will not bring charges.
Wow. Will not bring charges. Oops. Okay, there we go.
More breaking news now at noon. Just into the newsroom, federal prosecutors will not bring charges in the death of Shanquella Robinson. That announcement coming just minutes after federal authorities met with Robinson's family at the Charlotte FBI headquarters. In a statement from the U.S. Attorney and the FBI, the Fed said there was not enough evidence to bring charges. Robinson died in October last year while on a trip to Mexico with friends. WBTV reporter Brandon Hamilton is at FBI headquarters. You just heard from him minutes ago. He will be at a news conference with Robinson's family set to start at 1:30 this afternoon. That news conference will stream live across platforms, WBTV's platforms, including our news app and the WBTV Facebook page.
Wow.
We're posting the latest right now. You may have just gotten alerted on your WBTV news app about this story and this breaking news that no charges will be filed. Again, you can continue to follow along the app and us here on air and online for those latest updates.
Wow.
More breaking.
That was it. It just repeated itself there. Wow. That was crushing. Crushing, right? That came from the American news, that not enough evidence. Not enough evidence with a viral video that we can match up the injuries on. Not enough evidence with, them coming back here talking. Not enough evidence with the videos of we got our first body. Not enough evidence. Not enough evidence. Deanna says, we are in the matrix for sure. I am feeling that. I feel like, I just woke up and I'm aware and I see it. It's like, is this real? Is this real? I just feel like, all these things, like I said, the Truman Show, all these things are, it's like they're listening to hear what we say. And then it's like, okay, Here, we present this. It's like they're trying to program us to go with something. All right. Lena is agreeing with you. Yes, but that's all we got now. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. What's up, LaJessica? Thank you for coming. How are y'all feeling about this? This is horrible. I feel so bad for the family. They said her neck was not broken. I know. I know. Like we didn't see, you know, we didn't see what happened. It's horrible. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, LaJessica. I know I haven't even made that. I just come right on in here, just full of disbelief. Like I can't believe this is really that they're really saying this. Right? Can't prosecute on word salad. Yes, and that's why they did a lot of this whole word salad. So when they say, okay, well, we would try to prosecute, but all these stories. But all they have to do is stick to the facts. It's not that hard. You see the video, you matching up these injuries. They coming up here months later with this new autopsy that's not even a real autopsy performed by a physician. They're giving you information from people in law enforcement that have no medical background. From the very beginning, the police report was the information that said that they didn't suspect any foul play, that it was cardiac arrest, that it was alcohol poisoning. It was the police report saying that. The police report. Deanna says, and Mexico knew it, and so did the six. Yep. That's why they went to start their new lives. They knew. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It was a lot of evidence. I don't know, man. Deanna says, Winter said it right in that audio. It was alcohol poisoning. I don't know why they are saying broken neck or whatever. Yeah. Huh. Wow. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're, here. This is this is it. Like ignore the fact that you saw her get her neck wrung like a chicken and her back broken all up. Forget that you saw that. Don't believe your eyes. Hey, Tammy. Tammy says, I knew 2 months after this incident happened that the U.S. government was not going to pursue charges. I just saw a video of them praying in the name of Satan. What? Deanna says she used the word cover up, actually. Deanna said, so if we go off her live and the way she said she wasn't the one on the video fighting, I believe she did put hands on her now. Yeah, and then like I always go back to that old live that I did on the 26th when I said, oh, I saw that one light-skinned girl, hitting her. And then so many people were coming off into the chat admitting that they had saw the video with Winter continuing to hit her. I did not see her body slam her. I did see her to hit her. I saw her continue to hit her body after, the Dejanay person broke her up like that. Janet Jenkins says, Ben Crump hasn't met with the Biden administration yet. I thought they went back in March to do that. The same thing happened with the BG case, blood glucose, blood glucose with the BG case. And everyone attacked Biden, saying he wasn't doing anything. But when he stepped in, he got her home. Brittany Garner. All right. Yes. But why, right? Why did they do that for Britney, right? Britney's, I'm telling y'all, it's got something to do with something to do. So tired of this having to step on your words here. All right, so let's see what our first story is going to read. Oh, wait, I think this is another video. That's a story. Uh-oh. I think this one's going to be actually showing the video. So let's do here. Let's go ahead and where's my shared screen? No, what do I want to do? All right, so let's do our second one here. Share. Oh, okay. So this one here is actually showing the video. Let's see, get some noise. All right.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
Boom, right there, neck broken. Look at that angle there. Cannot make this move. Right? See how low the neck is broken off down there? Can't do that. It's really, covered up here, y'all. But go back and watch those old videos where you can actually see the distortion in the back.
At least fight back, something. Get up, bro. Get up. Yeah.
Now, did y'all hear that? Whoever the female is conversating. I think that is who said no when this person said, Quilla, can you at least fight back? I don't believe that's Quilla that said no. I think it's whoever this female person is. Did y'all hear that he said something? Okay, let's see. I'm going to do it again. He said something. They two talking.
Get up, bro. Get up.
Yeah. See, they even beeped it out. They beeped it out. Did y'all hear that beep? They beeped it out. This video, it's been altered more, right? They got more of the cover up here. And the vocals of the two, they beeped it out. He said something and she said, all right. Did anybody hear that? Ooh, I'm so far. I'm way up there. Ooh, I'm going to have to, ooh, my goodness. Let's see here. Scott said, wasn't her. I agree with you on that. All right, so I'm going to have to, I can't go skip all. Let me kind of go in, I guess, the middle here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm behind on these here. Dreaming of Vegas said, this is beyond sad. If the government didn't want to deal with the case, they should have just said so from the start. The family could have moved forward in other directions instead of wasting time. But what other directions, right? What other directions could they have moved in? They knew they weren't going to do nothing. This is sad here. And they just did this whole point the fingers at everybody. But let me see. Let me get back over here. Hopefully y'all can hear this. Hold your ears and just really focus and concentrate here. I'm glad they do have it blurred out here so we can try to dissect these vocals.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
All right, that is not Quilla. I think that's the other person that's holding that phone.
At least something.
Why is she not fighting back? Y'all heard that? And then somebody else said at least something.
At least fight back, something. Get up, bro. Get up. Yeah.
And somebody said, okay, let me stop. That's enough. All right, that's it, y'all. I apologize. Yeah, that's something to go over a few times, but they're having conversation while this is taking place. I don't think that was Quilla that said no. I don't think they were intending for her to fight back. I'm gonna have to roll back up here because I love my comments from my people here. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got most of that. Maybe I was down here. No, I did that too already. The Jessica said, you definitely called it. I had my doubts about it too, just due to the simple fact that it was done without the family permission. Oh, I missed this one here. I think I read this one. Ben Crump hasn't met with the... Okay, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think this here had some, secret stuff too that they wanted to keep under the carpet and not known. That's why this here was handled so swiftly. JP6 says, no, it is bad men that get away. Yeah. Oh, I missed this here. Deanna says, so if we go off her live and the way she said she wasn't the one on the video fighting, I believe she did. Okay, I did read that too. Yeah. Yes, y'all. It's been a complete circus here, like a movie for real. Deanna said, the dad gave us a better description than the autopsy did. Like I said, in the beginning, we can just go back through to one of the first lives that, was done here. When, everybody was agreeing on the fact that the death certificate stated, the cause of death. And now all of a sudden, that same news reported back in November that she had a broken neck. So how can y'all say 5 months later that she did not have a broken neck? Right? Y'all had already said, here's 2 and here's another 2, right? So we got the problem that was 2 plus 2. We did the math, it equals 4. So you can't come back 5 months later and say, that's 1 plus 2. Or that's 2 plus 8. Where did the rest of it come from when we only had 2 and 2? And we agreed on the 2 and 2. Everybody was in agreement that she had a broken neck, a broken spina. That's what her mama said. Tamika said, this is very sad. Yes, it is. So did we not get tox report? Did that even happen? It's a good question. I want to say that they did report that back in December, and it was no alcohol found. That's what was said. Let's see. Quickly. Deanna said, it feels like everyone knew but us. Yeah, because people would come to the in these comment over here and say, this case is going to go cold. There's not going to be, with certainty that there wasn't going to be any justice here, that we should just move on. And then here we are with no justice. JP6 says, all I have to say is that they don't really care about us. That's true. They don't really care about us. They don't. They really don't. They really don't. All right, so let's go ahead and read this here story. We saw the video, so let's read the story. All right, so it says, FBI, no federal charges will be filed in Shanquella Robison's death following investigation. This was 6 hours ago. Right? It says the FBI announced this week that it has investigated the death of Shanquella Robison and concluded it will not file charges related to the case. Based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review, what autopsy? Based on report, because now we're about to get on the FBI. Based on the results of the autopsy, what autopsy report are you all basing your results on? Based on the results of the autopsy and after careful deliberation and review of the investigative material by both U.S. attorneys' offices, federal prosecutors informed Ms. Robison's family today that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution, the FBI said in a statement Wednesday. Wow. The death of Ms. Robison has been incredibly difficult for her family and the community. As a matter of policy, federal officials generally do not issue public statements concerning the status of an investigation. However, given the circumstances of Ms. Robison's death and the public concern surrounding this investigation, it is important to reassure the public that experienced federal agents and seasoned prosecutors extensively reviewed the available evidence and have concluded that federal charges cannot be pursued. Wow. Robison, a 26-year-old hairdresser, 26-year-old hairdresser from Charlotte, North Carolina, was found dead at the Ponderosa Beach Club in San Jose, Cabo, October 29th. So what happened to the Casa Villa Linda? Where is this Ponderosa Beach Club? Where'd this name come from? After flying to the resort with 6 travel companions the day before, Robison's group of friends initially told her family that she had been sick from alcohol poisoning before dying. Wow. Later, a video surfaced on social media of Robison being beaten by another woman as onlookers watched. That led Mexican authorities to issue an arrest warrant for an American woman named Dejanay Jackson. Wow. Okay, so now they about to tell the whole story here, y'all. All right, so they OMG, man. So now they got the FBI lying. Okay. All right. Let's see here. It says that led Mexican authorities to issue an arrest warrant for an American woman named Dejanay Jackson. All right, so let's just take a little stop here, right? It says, first it said that, the friends had said she had been sick from alcohol poisoning before dying, right? Then it says later, a video surfaced on social media of Robison being beaten. Now, I'm not sure the exact date, but I'm pretty close to knowing that it was around November the 19th or so when the video initially surfaced, right? So November the 19th, November, 20, somewhere up in there, that video came out, right? So if this is true, that after seeing the video surface on social media, which would have been in November, that led Mexican authorities to issue an arrest warrant. Okay, so if this here is putting some suspicion on Mexico, because according to their autopsy that was done on October 30th, it said the death was violent. Right? So how did they have to wait until weeks later in November when the video surfaced that led them to issue this arrest warrant? So what did they do with all of the information that they had obtained October 30th when they did their autopsy, right? So come on, FBI. Y'all should have, come on. Come on, y'all. Why would y'all say that? Why would you say there's no evidence when y'all can't see that this here's baloney story? If they did an autopsy on October 30th, but they didn't ask for the arrest warrants until November, come on, right? Y'all, are you following me? Y'all with me out there? Y'all must be asleep. All right, let me just find the video. Y'all going to sleep on me over there. All right, let's see here. It says here, and they named the name too. A woman named Dejanay Jackson filed an extradition request and declared Robison's death a homicide. All right, it says, okay. Mexican authorities determined that Robison's death was the result of severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, along with instability of the first two neck vertebrae, right? So, how could, we haven't seen where the FBI said that her neck wasn't broken. It's just probably, I guess, rumors. But right here, they're clearly saying that Mexico authorities determined that Robison's death was the result of severe spinal cord injury, right? A rally held for Shanquella Robison. Father describes moment he saw her body. All I want is justice. All right, so down here it says the FBI directed extradition questions to the Department of Justice, which did not immediately respond to the request. Wow, let me do that again. The FBI directed extradition questions to the Department of Justice, which did not immediately respond to the request for comment from Fox News Digital on whether the U.S. government is cooperating with Mexico on the extradition process. Robison's family has repeatedly pleaded with the Biden administration to take action and help with the extradition process. We don't want to leave room for the administration to say they didn't know how to help, attorney Sue Ann Robison, who is not related to Shanquella Robison, said last month. The president or the Secretary of State must step in and ask for extradition of the suspect or suspects or concurrent jurisdiction and file charges in the United States, the attorney added. We're disappointed, but we're not deterred. Okay, so I think this is going to be in the video. All right, so I'm surprised. I'm super surprised. I think that's it. Let me just go ahead and finish this. This is the last of it. We're disappointed but not deterred, Attorney Robison said in a press conference Wednesday adding that she believes the situation is a reminder that Black and brown victims of crimes have to work harder to have their voices heard in the United States. Black and brown people have to carve our own path to justice, Attorney Robison said. Her attack was captured on video, and now we are being told there won't be an arrest. It reminds me of George Floyd, when we were told we weren't seeing what we were seeing. Wow. Attorney Robinson also said the FBI declared the cause of death to be undetermined and also did not agree with the Mexican autopsy conclusion. See that? There we go. Right? There the word right there. Conclusion, not cause of death. Right? I'll pull the document up. Y'all can see where on that little autopsy it says conclusion. It never states the cause of death. So of course, all right. So Attorney Robinson also said the FBI declared the cause of death to be undetermined. And again, the FBI cannot declare cause of death. They're not medical professionals here. So are they doing the same thing that Mexico is doing? Wow. Wow. Ooh, okay. This is deep, y'all. This is super deep. Attorney Robinson also said the FBI declared, all right, that's the clue right there. The FBI declared the cause of death to be undetermined and also did not agree with the Mexican autopsy conclusion that Shanquella Robison died from a spinal injury. So now they're trying to say that Mexico said that it was a spinal cord injury and that the FBI is saying it's undetermined. Can y'all believe this? This is hysterical. Robinson suggested that a delay in the autopsy could have caused the discrepancy and that the autopsy in the United States took place after Shanquella Robinson was embalmed. This is some baloney, y'all. What does that have to do with the fracture she received if she was embalmed or not? Nothing. They lying to us, y'all. If this had been taken seriously from the beginning, there would not have been a delay of justice, Attorney Robinson said. Robinson accused the FBI of ping-ponging responsibility with the Mexican government and said it is absolutely absurd that the agency is telling the family there is nothing more it can do. It's going to take more than the FBI field office in Charlotte, Robinson said, while retracting her call for a high-level, her call for high-level diplomatic intervention. The U.S. State Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Digital Fox News. Okay. Wow. Man, they cold. They cold blood. They say, hey, the cause of death is undetermined, right? They ain't no better than the police, the Mexican police declaring the cause of death, right? or their little bogus autopsy. These people, they crazy. They stay rough, man. They doing us rough here. And they've been stalling. That's why they've been going on. Yeah, they stalling. They doing all kind of stuff here. All right, new name here. Major Motivation says best medical explanation happened right here on this channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. But hey, they don't care. They say that's bologna, right? It's just a bologna sandwich. All right, so we got some ingredients up in here. I'm gonna slide down, looking for some more new names and stuff too. Deanna says, this why Nazir said bigger than we think. Yeah, Mexico took over and did the cover up. Yeah, and then the FBI just moved, was just like, yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing to see here. Keep it moving. Dreaming of Vegas says, hello to all, and I agree with RN. Shanquella's case, being that she was an American citizen, should have gotten the same attention, energy as the Idaho 4 case received, regardless if in U.S. or Mexico. I agree with you. I agree with you. There's no words or no reason why, nothing's been done on this. Tammy says, I know that's a deep conversation. People don't want to talk like that, but we have to know what's around us, what's going on in this world. You have to look at what day it was. Yeah, right? Some kind of a ritual. Everett Meadows, hey, what's going on? Said, first time hearing this. Incredible. Yes, at JP6. Wow. Tammy says, it was the dead. The man made a video of her sleeping in the hammock, said we got our first body. So now the government is not doing anything about it. You have to ask yourself why. Yeah. Why? It's just Chris says, this is so sickening. I'm disgusted. Rest in peace, Shanquella Robison. Yes, I agree with you. Kish. Tammy, premeditated. Yep. Hey, what's up, Anisha? Says, trust no one. It's a reason. I don't see if you had more on there. All right. Tammy says, tell y'all something. I saw a video the other day of a government council meeting where they prayed in the name of Satan right here in the United States. I saw another government. What? This is crazy. Tammy says, where they prayed in the name of Brahma, a demon god. And this is what the American government is doing. And so who do we think is going to stand up for us? I'll wait. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. This is too much. Too much. It's too much. All right, so let's see what the the court, the day what they said in court. See what they sat there and told this mother. Where is it at? Yeah, this is it here. All right, so this one is a little bit longer, but this here is going to be Shanquella Robson's family attorney gives update. Okay, this was the press conference they were saying that was supposed to be held today at 1:00. All right, so let's see. Wrong thing. Let's see what took place. That it? Yeah. All right, so here we go. This is CBS News. JP6 says, I'm sorry, Mika says, JP6, you are speaking facts. And you have to punish people. Yes, I agree 100%, especially now seeing how slick they think they are. I agree. JP6 says, vote all of them out. Sometimes you have to turn your back on people. That is true. Tammy says, I'm wondering if the person in the video is the same person we think it is. Dejanay is there, someone else. Yeah, especially nowadays, fool me once, twice, and just I I remember this guy.
All right, everyone ready? Great afternoon. We want to take this opportunity to welcome all of the Charlotte local news media this afternoon to Little Rock AM Zion Church. Thank you for thanking it not robbery to come and join this family and attorney Sue Ann Robison. And on behalf of Pastor Walker, well, the family, we say thank you to Pastor Walker and the Little Rock AME Zion Church for opening up your doors and allowing this to take place this afternoon. I am Mario Black, founder of Million Youth March of Charlotte and Salisbury. And we're going to go ahead and get started with this afternoon. I'm going to bring up attorney Sue Ann Robison.
Okay, everybody, thank you again. Thank you, Mario. Thank you for having us, Pastor. We really, truly appreciate it.
That's kind of
We're
low.
here today. Obviously, everyone knows that the
That's the
FBI
loudest it'll
released a
go.
statement indicating that they don't plan on filing any charges after
That's
investigating
low.
the Shanquella's case. So we're here today. We're disappointed, but we're not deterred. It's not something that's necessarily unexpected in the sense that
She's talking pretty fast to be disappointed, right? Hmm.
Black and brown people always have to carve their own path to justice. Today, just sitting in the meeting with the family, listening to what was we were being advised and listening to what the so-called investigation was
Hmm.
revealing, I thought back to Miss Wanda, Ahmad's mother, who had to take her case to the state attorney's office and had to beg for charges to be pressed in the death of her son. And I remembered Sandra Bland's mother, who had to do the same thing when they told us all that an investigation revealed that her cause of death was suicide. And I think most about in Shanquella's case because her attack was captured on video, and now we're being told that there isn't going to be an arrest or there aren't going to be any charges brought. It reminds me of George Floyd and how we were told that while we were watching with our own eyes Derek Chauvin putting his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds,
Yeah.
we were being told that he was having a heart attack and that he was having
Yeah.
a drug overdose. So while we're here disappointed, we're not deterred.
Okay.
We're going to continue to press on. We're going to continue to demand that there's a high level of diplomatic intervention in this case, that if the U.S. authorities are now again telling us, oh, well, it's back on Mexico because Mexican authorities have to do something, we don't have a problem with that. We know that we have to carve our own path to justice, and we've been doing that from the very beginning. Mrs. Robinson has demonstrated tremendous strength, and I talk about
Hmm.
it all the time,
Yep.
as well as Paula, her sister, having to bury a child, grieve for a child, get through all of that stuff, and then fight for justice for your child at the same time. And then being advised today, well, despite there being a video showing a vicious and brutal attack of your child while she's naked and obviously not fighting back, that
Yeah.
there's nothing that can be done in terms of charges being filed by the FBI, that you have to seek your redress and your justice somewhere else. And that's fine.
But
Mrs.
where?
Robinson, again, is obviously disappointed, as is all the family at the meeting today. But we're not deterred. We're still going to be marching. We're still going to rally in DC on May 19th, because it shouldn't be that in this country that
She said there's a rally on May 19th in Washington, D.C.
Black women, Black and brown victims of
Sorry
crime
about this volume, y'all, but this is the loudest.
They are
I
victims
got my
of crimes,
speakers turned
but
up.
it is unfortunately what it is.
He's
And
low.
again, any discrepancies or any issues with respect to Mexican autopsy versus the autopsy conducted by the FBI, all of
And the FBI didn't release their autopsy. FBI ain't released nothing. We ain't seen nothing from them. How they all, we supposed to take their statement of something being inconclusive when we saw her neck broke off her body.
those things are going to be a result of a delay. And now we're witnessing the result of a delay, which is why there was always a concern, which is why I always say this is the people's case. This is the people's movement that said, hey, there's no reason why a Black woman should go on vacation with her friends, be returned to her family in a box, and nothing be done for 5 months.
Yeah.
That the FBI be permitted to sit on their hands, that they be permitted to say, we're working, because justice delayed can be justice denied. We all know.
This to me still sounds like they're trying to make the excuse, right? They're giving a story for why this has happened. Well, if they hadn't did hadn't embalmed the body, then we could have did this. Well, just like I was saying, justice delayed is justice denied. This is more steering, more manipulation, so we could accept it.
That and have seen it time and time again. And so that's why I say, on behalf of the family, again, we're very disappointed, very deeply disappointed. But we're not deterred, because it's something that we've seen before, and we know that we have to carve our own path to justice. Ms. Robinson knew that when she asked me to go on a fact-finding mission to Mexico, that we were obviously in a state of affairs where there's two different justice systems in America. And we know that in ours, we have to fight for our justice. We have to rally for our justice. We have to beg for the same constitutional rights. And Shanquella is doing that even in death.
Yeah.
In death, she's having to fight for her rights as a U.S. citizen, as a victim of a crime. The U.S. authorities have to understand and have to know that even if for them it's not about Shanquella, that United States citizens cannot go to Mexico, commit a crime that we all saw on a video, and then come back to America and say, we're on base, we're safe.
Yeah.
Be charged with a
Good
crime.
one.
That cannot be the message that the U.S. authorities want to send.
Thank you.
Again, discrepancies caused, or discrepancies in the autopsy results between Mexican authorities that we've all been discussing, unfortunately, and not being discussed by the right individuals, have all been caused by delays. If it had been taken serious from the very beginning, if the internet and the people and social media didn't have to create the movement behind the case, and the authorities would have gotten involved the minute the video surfaced, there wouldn't have been a delay. There would have been immediate statements taken from the individuals involved. There would have been time to...
Yeah, but that was when they was in Mexico. Mexico didn't get immediate statements and do none of that stuff. When Sue Ellen put out her information that she obtained from her fact-finding mission in Mexico, the interviews were from the two people that worked at the villa. They said nothing about questioning Dejanay, none of the Cabo Six. They didn't take a statement from them. Yet they rushed the body off to get an autopsy within hours of it being pronounced dead. Before they had contacted the family, they were performing an autopsy. FBI didn't even know about it at this time. So they're trying to do this whole blame shifting thing, but not realizing that we have the dates. The reports that you put in your statement or your part of your what you sent to the president was 2 witness statements that worked at the villa. And if on October the 30th, Mexico's autopsy report said it was a violent death, why didn't they question anybody?
To take an immediate autopsy of the body before it was embalmed. All of those things would have been done, but because it was the death of a young, Black, beautiful, brilliant, educated woman who was on vacation, justice was delayed. There was no investigation done. It was not taken seriously until the people had to say, hey, we're not going to accept that this is just what it is. This can't be just what it is. We see with our own eyes an attack, an assault, a crime happening, and nothing's being done. That came from you all. That came from the people saying, we demand answers. And today we actually ended up with way more questions than answers. And so that's why I'm determined.
What's up, Jess Talk?
Fully aware, and the team, Ben Crump, Tamika Mallory, Until Freedom, Mario Black, all of us, we stand with this family, and we're going to stand with this family till the very end. And we're going to be in Washington, and we're going to rally because we understand, unfortunately, what the job is, what the work is, and that we have to carve our own path to justice in these cases. And we've seen it time and time again. And I've said it in other press conferences. I would like to be put out of this line of business. I don't want to be here on behalf of another beautiful Black family begging for dignity and respect and basic constitutional rights. I don't want to be doing those things, but that is what it is right now. We have 2 separate justice systems where one is, if you're a victim of a crime and you look a certain way, it's going to be covered by the media. It's going to be resolved in a certain way. And then we have our cases where we have to have press conferences and rallies, and we have to beg the government to intervene. And that's not okay. And that's why it's the most important work of our time. And so we're disappointed. We're not deterred. We're pressing on. We absolutely will keep you guys updated on everything that we're doing, but we're definitely pushing toward the 200th day to be in DC. We hope that everyone can join us, because the message cannot be that U.S. citizens can go overseas and commit crimes against other U.S. citizens and come back and say that they're on base.
Thank you.
That they're not going to be arrested.
Yeah.
There's going to be such a delay in the investigation that.
But ain't that what I told y'all? That this little scam, this little ring has been going on. That's why they did it and came back with the confidence of knowing that this is how it was going to get down. It was just an embarrassment that the video got out there, and it made them feel a little bit like, but they still was walking around confident. Can't touch this. Because people have been taking people over to Mexico and unaliving them and leaving their trash over there and coming back to base. That's exactly what they've been doing. This ain't the first time. Dreaming of Vegas says, this is beyond sad. If the government didn't want to deal with this case, they should have just said so from the start. The family could have moved forward in another direction instead of wasting time. Oh, like I read that. And Deanna said, he was feeding us what they told him to feed us. Talk about the 911 call. And we know Quilla already gone an hour before at least. Yes, I totally agree with you on that. Like I said, they were trying to, set the stage here and plant these seeds. And I feel like even all these these stories they come back with is after they watch the videos from the YouTubers, and then they say, okay, well then they said this, so we need to say that this happened. Okay, well this here answers this, right? It's like they're trying to respond to all of the questions that have come up around this case, but not realizing that they're just, you know, making themselves look ridiculous because of, you know, the truth that's out there. JP6 says the puff of smoke on the grassy knoll. Joe Biden ain't nothing. All right, Deanna says, here, show them this picture. Janet Jenkins says, yes, JP6, exhume her body and get a private autopsy. Yeah, they just trying to give us some drama here. It is Kish says, I'm actually a travel agent. What gets me the most is that the people are traveling to Cabo like crazy right now. Shaking my head. Then Cabo have the nerve to put security in places where the crowds hang. What? Thank you for sharing that. It's just Kish. Miriam Figueroa says they didn't investigate. The government just want to go away. It be black, brown, Hispanic, Latina. It would have been resolved. There was less evidence with the Ohio case, and it was solved. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, they just telling the stuff, y'all. All stuff that didn't help with anything. Say there's another video. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what our next plan is, y'all. I don't know what we do. Tamika says, yes, JP6, exhume her body, her remains, and do a very extensive research to all the damage to her body. Her damn spine was torn up like spikes coming through her skin. Yes, I remember when when I was showing that one video and I was trying to get y'all to see all the vertebrae that was all mangled up, and you saw it. Yeah. Yeah, it's there, the damage and stuff. So I'm just, I was not expecting the FBI to come out with these bag of lies. Jen Jinx says black people do need to stick together if they stop fighting one another. Yes, exactly. That's how we haven't moved any. We haven't grown any because of all of the division. Yep. Yeah. 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 But first, we need to put our oxygen masks on first, individually, and then we can help our community.